I'm after getting a text and also a message on YouTube there saying, what about 5 points for a goal? And this is something that I saw in an article written by Nicky English about a week ago. Now, I didn't get a chance to go through the article. I just saw the pull quote. I couldn't be more against the idea of 5 points for a goal. And people, get your comments in and let us know what you think. The reason being is that if I'm a team and I'm worried about conceding a goal and I know I've got the weaker hand as a manager, I'm already leaving a sweeper back at 3 points. If it then becomes 5 points for a goal, well, if the other team gets 1 goal or 2 goals, that is pretty much game over for me. So I'm going to bring even more lads back, and I'll probably just play with one up front, and maybe he mightn't even be up at the square. It's going to encourage teams to sit back even more. So as far as I'm concerned, that will lead to even more running of the ball through the hands, down the wings, points from probably the sideline. Free taking competitions will be enhanced even more. Let's just let the game evolve. Let's stop trying to put rules for absolutely everything here.
Yeah, I just think it's, again, we're very good at overreacting. As I said to you in last week's show, this year's league had the most amount of goals in 10 years. Like the averages went back up to nearly 3 goals per game. So like, let's just see if that carries over into championship. And like, I expect it to carry over into championship. I expect a lot of goals in this year's championship, particularly if you looked at the likes of a Waterford, potentially the likes of a Clare. Maybe Limerick aren't, big at going for goals. But that means if you can hit Limerick for 2 or 3 goals, you have a savage chance of beating them in a championship game. Galway aren't massively big on goals, but a lot of the other tipper tailor-made for goals. So like I just think it's a bit of an overreaction. That we're obviously, funny enough, with that sort of an idea, you're going back to the future and going back to the way hurling was many moons ago when a goal was worth more than 3 points. But I just think it's a bit of an overreaction at the moment. Like get statistical evidence over a good period of time to say, like, if we're only getting 1 goal in games and things like this, maybe we need to have a look at it. Something changing up a small bit, but I definitely think it's a total overreaction at the moment.
Yeah, Mike Sinnott says, great show, man, brilliant coverage of hurling. It's like the sports stadium on a Saturday in the mid-80s with Mick Dunn.
Sports stadium, I was brought up on that. You'd see like Duxie Walsh would be playing handball. It'd be all obscure kind of sports that you get to keep watching. I used to love sports stadium every Saturday. I think the George Hamilton take it over then at one stage as well. Michael Lester did it for a while, I think, too.
I'm too young, I wouldn't know.
Whatever was going on in the 70s, I'd say you were watching in the car.
Join the Our Game Supporters Club at Patreon for €5 per month to get audio podcasts of the Hurling and Football Show and much more exclusive material.